You walk into a setup like this and you don't really think about the printer first. It's usually tucked in a corner, waiting for the moment you absolutely need it. But the moment it stops working or starts jamming, or suddenly decides it doesn't want to connect to Wi-Fi anymore, that's when you realize how important it actually is. This one is the Canon PIXMA TR8620A, and on paper it checks every box you'd expect from a modern all-in-one home office printer. Print, scan, copy, fax, wireless printing, and it comes bundled with extras like a printer cable and cleaning kit. It's not trying to be flashy. It's trying to be useful. And that's kind of the theme here. Setup is where most printers either win or lose you immediately. You plug it in, connect it to Wi-Fi, and in a few minutes you're already sending documents from your phone or laptop. No long driver hunts. No confusing setup screens that feel like they were designed in another decade. Just a straightforward pairing process that actually respects your time. Once you start printing, the first thing you notice is consistency. Text documents come out sharp, clean, and readable even at smaller font sizes. That matters more than people admit, especially if you're printing reports, schoolwork, invoices, or anything that needs to look professional without thinking about it twice. Photo printing is where things get a little more interesting. This isn't a dedicated photo studio printer, but it still handles color surprisingly well for its class. Skin tones stay natural, gradients don't fall apart immediately, and there's enough detail to make casual prints feel more than just good enough. It sits in that middle ground where most home users actually live. The scanner on top is one of those features you don't appreciate until you need it daily. Whether it's old documents, IDs, or multi-page paperwork, it handles scanning with solid clarity and decent speed. The auto document feeder makes a big difference here. Instead of babysitting every page, you load it once and let it do its thing. Now, wireless printing is where expectations are usually low. Printers have earned that reputation. But here, once it's connected, it stays connected. Printing from a phone feels almost normal, which sounds simple but is actually a big deal in real-world use. AirPrint, mobile apps, and direct Wi-Fi options all work without forcing you into a complicated workflow. There's also a small display up front, and while it's not trying to compete with modern touchscreens on phones, it's responsive enough for quick navigation. You're not digging through endless menus. You're just getting to print, scan, or copy as quickly as possible. And then there's the bundle aspect. The extra cable and cleaning kit might sound minor, but for a lot of users, it removes that first friction point of, what else do I need to buy before this even works properly? It's ready out of the box in a more complete way than most basic printer packages. Noise levels are controlled. It's not silent, but it's not distracting either. You'll hear it working, but it fades into the background instead of demanding attention. That's exactly where a home office printer should live. What stands out most is that nothing here feels over-engineered. It's not trying to reinvent printing. It's just trying to make the everyday stuff smoother. And in a category where frustration is usually the default experience, that alone feels like a win. Of course, it's not perfect. If you're pushing heavy-duty office workloads, large volume printing, or ultra-high-end photo output, you'll eventually run into its limits. This is designed more for steady home use, small businesses, and everyday document flow rather than industrial output. But that's also the point. It knows what it is, and it stays in that lane. In a world where everything is trying to be smarter, faster, and more complicated, there's something refreshing about a device that just quietly does its job without asking for attention every 5 minutes. And when you factor in the full bundle, the ease of setup, and the overall reliability in daily use, it becomes less about specs and more about how little you have to think about it once it's running. That's usually the best kind of tech. The kind that disappears into your workflow instead of becoming part of the problem. If you're looking for something that just works, stays consistent, and handles the essentials without drama, this lands in a very comfortable spot. You can check the link in the description for more details on the bundle and current availability.